Antarctica. A word that conjures images of endless white, biting cold, and the absolute limits of human endurance. It is the highest, driest, coldest, and windiest continent on our planet. A frozen fortress holding 90% of all Earth's ice and 70% of its fresh water. For centuries it remained a mystery, a blank spot on the map marked Terra Australis Incognita. Today it is our final frontier, a land of surreal beauty, cutthroat survival, and secrets that could unlock the future of our world. Subscribe to our Anime Atlas tour as we begin the ultimate journey to the bottom of the globe. It's hard to imagine, but Antarctica wasn't always a graveyard of ice. 100 million years ago, it was part of the supercontinent Gondwana, a lush green land teeming with life. Dinosaurs roamed through temperate forests, and the climate was tropical. Then, about 35 million years ago, the continent broke free, opening the Drake Passage. The powerful Antarctic circumpolar current was born, isolating the continent and plunging it into an eternal freeze. This is how a paradise became the coldest place on Earth. What did the ice trap beneath its surface? The answer is more shocking than you think. The heroic age of Antarctic exploration was a battle of human will against a brutal, indifferent nature. In 1911, the world held its breath as two men raced to be the first to reach the South Pole. Roald Amundsen, the practical Norwegian, used dogs and expert survival skills. Robert Falcon Scott, the brave but ill-fated Englishman, relied on horses and man-hauling. Amundsen claimed the prize on December 14, 1911. Scott's team arrived weeks later, only to find the Norwegian flag. Their journey back became a tragic struggle for survival, a story of unbelievable courage etched into the ice forever. The surface is just the beginning. The Antarctic ice sheet is massive, with an average thickness of over 1 mile, 2 kilometers. But if you could strip away the ice, you would find a continent with its own rugged geography. Entire mountain ranges like the Gamburtsev Mountains are completely buried, some as large as the Alps. There are over 400 subglacial lakes, trapped for millions of years in total darkness. The largest, Lake Vostok, is a pristine alien world that scientists believe could hold microbial life never seen before. Antarctica is a world within a world, waiting to be rediscovered. Does anyone actually live in Antarctica? The answer is yes, but only on a part-time basis. There is no native population. In the summer, about 5,000 scientists and support staff live at approximately 70 research stations scattered across the continent. In the brutal winter, that number drops to around 1,000 winterers, who brave months of darkness and total isolation. This is not just a place for science, it's a society with its own rules, challenges, and even a marathon on the ice. Survival here requires absolute teamwork and an unwavering human spirit. Antarctica isn't just a distant curiosity, it is the engine that drives our planet's climate and ocean currents. The Antarctic convergence, where cold waters meet warmer ones, creates one of the most productive marine ecosystems on Earth. But this global freezer is now under threat. Climate change is causing the massive ice shelves to crack and melt at an alarming rate. The fate of Antarctica is linked to the fate of every coastal city on our planet. The final frontier may also be the final warning. Subscribe to our Anime Atlas tour and help us explore, understand, and protect the wonders of our world. In the stark white landscape of Antarctica, a bizarre phenomenon bleeds from the Taylor Glacier. Blood falls. For decades, its crimson stain was a mystery. This isn't blood, but a window into a lost world. Trapped beneath the glacier for over 1 million years is a subglacial lake, so salty it can't freeze and rich in iron from the bedrock. As this brine seeps out and meets the air for the first time, the iron oxidizes. It rusts. This is what creates the spectacular blood-red cascade, a time capsule from a world that has survived in isolation for millennia. In the vast frozen heart of our planet, a secret lies buried. What if I told you that miles beneath the Antarctic ice, an entire mountain range as grand as the Alps has been hiding in plain sight? This incredible story began in 1958, when a Soviet expedition flew over what they thought was a flat plateau. Their ice-penetrating radar returned something impossible: the ghostly signature of colossal peaks locked deep within the ice. Decades later, advanced surveys peeled back the ice sheet in stunning 3D, revealing the Gamburtsev Mountains. This ghost range, with jagged peaks and deep valleys, stretches for over 1,000 kilometers, completely submerged under 4 kilometers of ice. Scientists now believe these mountains are the birthplace of the giant East Antarctic ice sheet. Millions of years ago, ice first formed on these high peaks, growing and flowing outwards to entomb its own creator in a frozen sarcophagus. So the next time you picture Antarctica, remember the incredible secret it holds. A majestic mountain range, lost to the world, resting silently beneath an empire of ice. In eastern Antarctica, beneath 2 miles of solid ice, lies a gravitational disturbance so massive it defies belief. It's the Wilkes Land anomaly, a mysterious pull detected from space. The leading theory is chilling, the scar of a colossal impact. Scientists speculate it's a crater over 300 miles wide, left by an asteroid that may have triggered the Great Dying, a mass extinction that annihilated over 90% of all life on Earth 250 million years ago. Survival in Antarctica isn't just physical, it's psychological. During the winter over, when the sun disappears for months, the brain changes. Scientists call it the Antarctic Stare, a blank 1,000-yard gaze caused by sensory deprivation and extreme isolation. There is no way out. No planes can land in the 80-degree sea cold. You are more isolated than the astronauts on the International Space Station. It takes a special kind of human to endure the absolute silence of the end of the world. Antarctica is isolated not just by ice but by the sky itself. Every winter, a ferocious gyre of stratospheric winds, the polar vortex, encircles the continent. This isn't just wind, it's an atmospheric cage. The extreme cold inside this vortex creates unique clouds that trigger chemical reactions, tearing a hole in the Earth's ozone layer. This vortex is so powerful, it acts as a barrier, sealing off Antarctica's atmosphere from the rest of the world, trapping the cold and the damaged air within its unyielding grip. In the heart of Antarctica, a continent of ice, lies a gateway to Earth's fiery core. This is Mount Erebus, the world's southernmost active volcano. It holds a stunning paradox, a permanent bubbling lake of molten lava, glowing within a crater of ice. But its greatest secret is even more bizarre. The volcano breathes out hot gas containing vaporized gold. As this gas hits the freezing air, the gold crystallizes, creating a continuous dusting of precious metal, scattering a treasure of fire into a world of ice. In a world where every inch of land is mapped and owned, one vast exception remains. It is Earth's largest terra nullius, land belonging to no one. Welcome to Marie Byrd Land. Spanning over 1.6 million square kilometers of West Antarctica, this territory is so remote and inhospitable that no single nation has ever made a formal claim to it. While other parts of the continent are sectioned off by international treaty, this silent expanse remains a true no-man's land, a continent within a continent, belonging only to the ice and the wind. If you want to find stones from space, you go to the biggest freezer on Earth. Antarctica is the world's premier hunting ground for meteorites. For millions of years, these cosmic travelers have fallen onto the ice, where they are flash-frozen and preserved in a sterile environment, untouched by decay. The continent's flowing glaciers act as a giant conveyor belt, gathering these ancient rocks and depositing them in specific areas, making the ice sheet a pristine treasure chest of the cosmos.